And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gem of the Crypto, episode 714. That's right. Last week I might have said 613, but it was 713. Today is 714, May 3rd, 2021, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10ish.
At 10ish. And today's top stories: Ethereum hits $3,000 for the first time, now larger than Bank of America. Woo! Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin becomes billionaire as Ether hits 3K. Bitcoin Taproot activation has begun. Miners now have 3 months to get on board. Crypto Twitter shows no respect for age and responding to Munger's Bitcoin diss. Comedian Bill Maher excavates environmental impact of crypto. And last but not least, Nas brags about Coinbase and crypto wealth and new track with DJ Khaled. But first and foremost, Bitcoin's day was going on those prices.
Oh, yeah. So looking at our prices for today, Bitcoin's at $57,792, up 1.7%. Ethereum blasting through the 3,000 mark to $3,115, up 6.6%. Binance Coin at 652 is up 4.8%. XRP at 155 is down 1.83%. Dogecoin at 40 cents is up 5.9%. Cardano at 134 coming up 0.8% today. Polkadot at 36.99 up 1.5%. And Uniswap at 42.82 is up 1.4%. And last but not least, Bcash blasting through 1,000 at $1,001 is up 1.7%, pushing Litecoin out of the top 10. And again, usually if the rest of the top 10 is pumping and one isn't, might be something going on. Like I said before, same thing with Dogecoin last week, because usually they all follow each other. But if one is just off, it means people are rotating out of it. So altcoin season is definitely here, and it seems as though people are starting to get greedy. So I would encourage anybody to take some profit off the table if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's definitely time to take profit off the table. I think we might see another 24, 48 hours of some pumps before that thing has to retrace a little bit. Hold on, I'm getting tired. I got to slow down. It's got to slow down eventually. With that being said, profit off the table. You just mentioned a project that just made my ears perk up. I can't even think of it just now. The Doge. Everything is going Dogecoin. With that being said, for those out there always looking for trading advice, people, we know Elon Musk will be on Saturday Night Live on May 8th talking Dogecoin. The price up until then and probably to that moment will have a nice little pump. Maybe even that night going into the morning hours of the next day. I'll say 4 to 5 a.m. By 8 a.m. it's sold. But on May 9th, 8 a.m., mark my words, that Dogecoin price is probably true. But also with that being said, now is the time for those people who are aggressive, want to make those riskier bets. Super risky right now, super speculative, but we see what happens when things hit the news from a psychological point of view. So again, if you want, to me, this Dogecoin from now to May 8th is one of those things where if you want a certain return on your RI, if you want a certain RI, then put the money in right now, more than likely, because you'll get it coming up to May 8th, and then get up out there for about 4 weeks. All right, let's do some quick shout outs. Lyle Gibson, what's good, guys? LFG, let's F and go. Ethereum, all-time high, that's right. What's up, Justin Brunt? Kevin Cummings, YGS HD, watching live from the UK. What's going on, YGS? Listen, our UK crowd is real. Thank you, all those UK folks that tune in. Carlton Brown, Fantisi, Mikhail Price, Elvin Cano. Thank you, Captain Mexico, A. Ryan, Notes from Jew, Cigar, Will 45, P-Man Van. Smash that like and share. That's right. What's going on? Debnam, Gracie, Timothy, Kango, D-Flow, Grand Rising, everyone coming in. Top story of the day, Ethereum hits $3,000 for the first time, now larger than the Bank of America. It's not just Ethereum. Oh, that's what I was going to mention. Bitcoin Cash is starting to reach its previous all-time high from the moment it was listed and it literally got sold or whatever. We're seeing Ethereum hit the all-time high. I mean, it's literally coins across the board hitting all-time highs for the first time. This is good news to see it early second quarter, but it's also crazy to see it happening so early in the second quarter. So Ethereum now larger than Bank of America. I mean, this made my teeth white when I saw it this morning. As much as I love Bank of America, been a member of Bank of America for years now, but I would never forget when they sat me down in their office like a child, all about buying Bitcoin. And this is the reason why, people. They saw it coming. We saw it coming, and it's happening. What is going on with this story now that Ethereum has overtaken Bank of America Bitcoin, Zay?
Oh man, so Ether, the
He said,
second
"Oh
largest
man, you are a fool, bro."
cryptocurrency by
I
market
had to cut you off my
capitalization.
bed.
Second largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization went above $3,200 Monday for the first time in history after setting multiple all-time highs last week. We did see it pass during the Asian hours. I was up to see it live. I've been up all night basically, just because I knew this was going to happen. Just seeing it happen live again. Ether is up about 327% year to date. Versus 101% for Bitcoin, which for some people is very impressive gains. The total market cap for DeFi recently passed 100 billion. A lot of them being built on Ethereum's blockchain. And of course, going forward, we will talk about Vitalik in a second. But going forward, Ethereum can now throw their weight around the way Bitcoin has to an extent. I mean, when Bitcoin was around 3,000, I mean, Bitcoin was still, it's far superior to me, but Ethereum could start influencing politicians. I think banks will start jumping on Ethereum. I think they'll have a lot more influence in the things that they do. Shout out to them. All-time high, baby. Past 3,000.
And I'll say this. I mean, if the upgrade goes as planned and things continue on this year, I mean, yeah, it's not far-fetched. I mean, to see Ethereum double from 3 to 6 people was crazy, of course. And the real question is, can Ethereum continue? Can and will Ethereum continue to pump? And can it surpass, let's say, double it, 6,000? Maybe even people are calling 10,000 beginning of the year. Can that happen without or with Bitcoin price burgeoning? So that's my question: is can Ethereum reach the 6K mark and Bitcoin saying that 65, 70K? Or does it need Bitcoin to push up to 80K for Ethereum to get that secondary push? So something remains to be seen. Right now, I think like $4,000 psychologically is not far off, people. That is on the cuffs. So we'll see what happens. Of course, that's all price talk. We don't like getting too deep into it, but we have to talk about, especially as Bitcoin said, all the partnerships are on the horizon. And then not just Bank of America, they also passed the Walt Disney Company. I mean, granted, Disney ain't been the same since the pandemic. Them Disney bucks don't go for the same no more, but that is still a feat to happen. And of course, you mentioned it. With all that being said, Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin becomes billionaire as Ether hits 3K. Shout out to Vitalik Buterin.
Shout out to him, man. Shout out. My man.
I mean,
teenager, 17. Come on, man.
Yeah. For those who don't know the story, Vitalik Buterin, this gentleman here, he made Ethereum when he was 17 years old, which is now larger than Bank of America and Walt Disney. This is what we mean by you're trying to hold water. And where I say you, government, regulators, banks, they're trying to capture water. There is no regulation you're going to put on a 16 or 17-year-old because this will continue to happen. This isn't a one-off. He was just the first one. I am telling you, there already are, as a matter of fact, Bitcoiners, they work with kids. There's a bunch of 16, 15, 16, and 17-year-olds already making a lot of money in this space and doing their thing. So we wanted to highlight Vitalik Buterin. I love seeing this. I love seeing it because, I mean, what school teacher out there would support this? What group, what institution, what bank, what regulator would support a 17-year-old doing this? And he did it. So this is just like the biggest snub in Wall Street, the traditional ways of learning, like everything traditional. This is the biggest snub in his face since the Mark Zuckerberg wearing pajamas to meetings with fuck you on his business card days. Like, I love seeing this. Everybody doing all this talk, and you got a young 24, 25-year-old now, probably 23 years old, however old he is, who's a billionaire.
27 now.
Is he 27?
Yep.
Shit, that was a long time ago, man. That's
a long time ago.
But my point is, you got this guy. Yeah, it is 27. Good gracious. But it's amazing to see this. I support this. I love seeing it. I don't know. What else do you have on Vitalik?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's only going to get richer, I think, in the future as Ethereum improves. And I mean, one thing people need to understand is, like you just said, it's more than he created a cryptocurrency and it passed Bank of America. Him and others like him in the crypto industry have literally started the wheels turning in people's minds. Like, yeah, do we really need this type of school? Do we really need this type of money system? Do we really need this? He starts asking these questions because when you got a kid that can be a billionaire, I keep telling people all the time, the reason I'm teaching summer camps is because there's a 14-year-old that's going to eat your lunch one day, and I want to be the one to teach them. Simply because they've grown up in the digital world. The gamification of crypto makes it possible for them to be in it. So shout out to him. for hitting this milestone. And I did want to point out something real quick. We didn't point it out in the last article. People that are really bullish on Ethereum, there is one indicator that we usually use where you should calm it down a bit. And it was here where Tom Lee from Fundstrat actually threw out his research that it could hit 10,000 by the end of the year. If Fundstrat puts out anything, you might want to look at selling for the short term, because Tom Lee from Fundstrat has been making wild predictions forever. And every time he does, the top might be in locally. So for those of you who have been around, you know what I'm talking about. Tom Lee from Fundstrat, Jesus Christ, man. His predictions.
Yeah, I mean, and not even being funny, who is Tom throwing around over at was it Coinbase or Cointelegraph that always talk about it?
Probably Coindesk. That was Cointelegraph. Yeah, he paying. I think he's paying somebody.
Hey, he got something going on with somebody there, because they love having him in the news. So shout out to Tom Lee and Fundstrat for whatever you did to establish that relationship over there, because it is rolling now. It's passive income. Passive Tom Lee shout outs. Never been right. Hasn't been right in 4 years, but we're gonna keep throwing that name and whatever around.
They don't even ask them interview questions anymore. He just takes them a number, and they just Fundstrat says Ethereum going to 10K, Bitcoin going to 1 million tomorrow.
Again, one more time, shout out to Vitalik Buterin. I love seeing that story, because again, when you try to speak out, it's like one of those things. If a person tries to speak out about anything that's like counter culture, of course, the first thing everyone wants to do is point the magnifying glass at them. It's like, well, do you have $1 billion? Have you done this? Has X, Y, and Z happened in your life? And it's like, you know what? Maybe not for me, but I've never been a hater. I love seeing other people get it. And I love seeing someone 17, now 27 years old, a billionaire from this crypto game, especially when I can only imagine the hurdles he had to face. Like the hurdles we face, I can only imagine the hurdles he's faced as being essentially the creator of this protocol. So again, shout out to Vitalik, whether you agree with some of the things he says, does, or whatever. This is good to see in the crypto space, and I love seeing it because, and I love saying this live too, it's a giant fuck you. Like you can't stop nothing no more. You can't stop profanity. You can't stop a young millionaire coming on a YouTube with an orange hat on and a ski mask, talking about back in blood. You can't stop a 17-year-old Vitalik Buterin or a 27-year-old billionaire. And guess what? You're definitely not going to be able to stop it, which I keep telling people, wait until you get the right one in there with the right amount of money, who literally is going to be like, I don't want to do any of this that you all are doing anymore. And I have my own people to change the game right now. Wait until that happens. Oh, it's going to be a scary world for some of you. It is going to be a scary world, but I'm telling you, when it happens, it's going to happen one day. All it's going to take is a whole group of 27-year-old billionaires to be like, hey, why are we listening to a bunch of old people like Charlie Munger tell us, why are we listening to regular who don't make $80,000 to $100,000 a year tell us how we're going to spend our money and do what we're going to do? We could have spent the money to get them up out of here. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Charlie Munger old enough to get himself up out of here.
You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. I love seeing it. All right, some comments real quick. So I see people asking about the Talk Shop Live yesterday. Talk Shop Live yesterday was amazing, by the way. So shout out to everyone who came. Again, for that Talk Shop Live series, it's $1.99 on Sundays. And again, yesterday was actually one of our lowest days as of recent. We only had at one point 20 people online, and then eventually it got to 42 people. And because of that, we made sure we dropped some jewels that were worth way more than $2 to those people in that Talk Shop Live. So for the people asking about it, yes, you can still catch it. Just go to our Talk Shop Live link, which will be in the description, and you can still purchase that for $1.99. So check that out. Know What says, salute to Vitalik for his innovative thought process. They didn't teach him that in school. Bet his teachers are questioning their own life now, for real. Captain Maxwell said, good role model for the kids. Lambo Transco LLC, new to crypto. Is it worth getting into mining? Depends on what you want to mine and how much money you have to start. All right. Real quick. Oh, and of course, want to give this shout out for this tip. Captain Mexico, thank you for the tip. Much appreciated.
Appreciate the tip, brother.
All right, all right. Bitcoin Taproot activation has begun. Miners now have 3 months to get on board. Bitcoin Zay, what is Taproot and what's going on with it? Why is it important? Tell us about this.
Absolutely. So first, Taproot. This is an upgrade that has been years in the making. It is now time to see if the deliberation has paid off and what you consider a Taproot signal. is going out to miners. And what Taproot is it is a upgrade to make transactions more private as well as faster. And starting today, miners who wish to adopt the upgrade can signal their support by including special data in one of the blocks that they mine. This is called a signal bit. Again, this is the signal for Bitcoin Taproot. And if 90% of the blocks mined during this difficulty period include the Taproot signal bit, then the upgrade is locked in. So for right now, you have until August 11th until it's locked in activation in November of this year. So most of the people who have heard of Taproot, maybe on Twitter, you may have seen this chart right here, which I'll pull up. This right here, Taproot activation, the signaling of the different blocks. As you can see, we're only 7% of the way there. Whole lot more signaling that needs to come, but it has started. And for most people, this is the upgrade that could take out maybe privacy coins, maybe take out some of these other smaller altcoins that they keep saying they're better than Bitcoin, but every time it upgrades, the speed and everything usually gets people out. But this was signified on Twitter. A lot of people put this green square. If you didn't see, Jack was one of the people that kicked it off. Documenting Bitcoin jumped in. A whole lot of people started putting laser eyes on it. So again, just another example of how the community, whenever something's happening with Bitcoin, come together, and this should bode well for Bitcoin as well as its price once it's activated.
There we go. There we go. Taproot on the way. What's cool about this one is to see Twitter actually, Jack actually promoted on Twitter. You didn't see this on Segwit. Could you imagine on Twitter for Segwit, they was like, all right, Segwit, everybody get ready. And it's like, now you can actually identify the companies, Bitcoin or what is it, Coinbase, Civic Key. You can identify the companies and people who Roger Ver were initially against Segwit, whereas now, like, you can do that now. We didn't have this in 2017. In 2017, the founder of one of the largest social media sites was not saying, yo, we need to upgrade to Segwit. How smooth would that process been? For those who weren't around during that time, it was not a very, I mean, the update was a smooth process, but to get people to update it was not a smooth process. So again, to see this now have this type of consensus on social media sites and people going, doing the green squares and everything, that is very cool to see. And it shows that the market has matured, right?
Absolutely. You know it.
Jabril W, thank you for the tip. Ethereum will go past the moon and up to God's desk. Hilarious. Thank you for that.
Appreciate it, Jabril.
Saw some cool comments. CJ the Smart Guy. Shout out CJ the Smart Guy. We know you all are always asked about crypto taxes and why you know our stance on that. CJ the Smart Guy has a different stance. He at least wants you all to be prepared for crypto taxes. It looks like I'm doing a short commercial for him. But since him and Naja from Crypto Blockchain Plug are listening live now as they leave Houston headed towards Shreveport, we want to give them both a shout out and good luck on that tour. Again, that's that Crypto Blockchain Plug with Hill Harper and Naja. They're doing that tour together. And shout out, I know you guys started in LA on Friday. Unfortunately, I was in San Diego, so I missed it. But I did want to join you, and at least for that day one kicking off. But I was with you in spirit. So shout out to you all, CJ Smart Guy, Naja, and Blockchain Crypto Plug. Shout out to all.
Oh yeah, shout out to all y'all. Shout out Naja and everybody on the trip, definitely.
There it is. All right, let's see. Know what? Oh yeah, I answered that, or I said that already. Let's see a couple more quick comments. All right, Isaiah put his virtual summer camp in there. I see some people asking what's going on. Trek PFC Will said what's going on with the like tax, looking kind of low. Appreciate that, Trek.
Yeah, let's get these likes up. Stop lurking and start liking before we rickroll your ass.
Kid CY Monks, what's going on? Another person saying Mr. Talk Shop live yesterday. For sure, bring that question back next week. I haven't had a chance to look at it recently, but we'll look at it next week and talk about it as well. And then, do we have an opinion on? Okay, if that's the same crypto. All right, and let's see. My ninja was going on. DM Carr said I'm coming through. Dr. Crypto Knights, hashtag crypto strong. Hello. Wall Street pickers, always see Wall Street pickers in the comment section. Bitcoin and Dogecoin have both been hot investments over the past 12 months, surging 650% and 18,600% at recent prices, despite being built on similar OG crypto technology, and they still hate on Doge. No one's hating on Doge. We're pointing out that yes, it has pumped 18,600%. So to expect another 18,600% is very speculative. That's the only thing we're telling people when it comes to Doge.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Crypto Twitter shows no respect for age and responding to Munger's Bitcoin diss. Now, we did talk about a couple of these stories on Talk Shop Live, but we had to bring these back up because we didn't cover it during the week, and these were some pretty big stories over the weekend. But Charlie Munger essentially came out, talked all types of crap about Bitcoin. Let's see, where's some of these comments? Where's some of the comments he made, Bitcoin, Zay?
Oh, yeah. So Charlie Munger said that Bitcoin was disgusting. He also said that, hold on, let me get the exact quote. He said, he said it's disgusting and it's I hate Bitcoin success and the whole development is disgusting and contrary to the interest of civilization. The entire civilization is contrary to the entire existence of civilization. Look, people, this is just two old men yelling at clouds, which is hilarious to me because, again, if Bitcoin was not important, you wouldn't talk about it. He's not coming out and talking about lumber.
That is true. You're freezing up, so I'm gonna jump in right now.
Investments. He's talking about Bitcoin.
You good? Go ahead.
Hold up.
You got cut off at lumber.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh yeah, he's not like I said. He's not talking about anything but Bitcoin. So he does care about it. Old man yelling at the clouds again, and of course, right by his side, Warren Buffett.
Yeah, and it's crazy too. I remember yesterday on Talk Shop Live, you brought up a chart, and you don't have to bring it up, but we'll just talk it through real quick. Yesterday, Bitcoin Zay brought up a chart. You can see these comments, which are hilarious. For those who are listening, they got the Simpsons cartoon, old man yell at clouds, breaking Bitcoin price entirely unaffected by comments of Charlie Munger. Someone else has said your government just printed $5 trillion out of thin air. He owns banks that launder billions per year and have been charged criminally, which is also true, very true. But that's the comment I really want to key on. Bitcoin Zay showed a chart yesterday when we were talking about this on Talk Shop Live. If you look at Berkshire Hathaway, so Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett, the two business partners, if you look at what they have the most investments in, the top 10 or 15 were all banks or like, I think like,
I'll show you.
Yeah, let's show. Let's just do it. Yeah, let's get the stats together. I don't want to talk outside
because I mean, you got American Express, Bank of America, the Bank of New York, Mellon Corp. Of course, people don't remember, but of course he had a lot of Coca-Cola. But Coca-Cola has killed a lot of people. So whatever, we don't want to hear about that. Talk about, because again, they're talking about civilization is going to be devastated. How much devastation has Coca-Cola done? They had real Coke in Coca-Cola back in the day. General Motors, they fired everybody American and went overseas. I don't want to hear it. Moody's, the company that gives the ratings for the banks, and they own part of that as well. U.S. Bancorp, I don't want to hear it. Verizon, trash service. All your investments can suck it because Bitcoin has been better and outperformed all of them. The only one that really on there that I would even care about is Apple, simply because it's tech. But even them, they're gonna have to capitulate too. So again, it's just their competition. This is what they have to say. They have to come out and say this stuff.
I'm looking at some of these comments. I looked at the wrong comment and it just made me laugh. William Justice, I'm not even gonna repeat that. You're a fool, man. He said the old dog is scared and should be, essentially. Again, I'm glad you have brought that up and point out those companies because that really lays it down for people. I mean, it's like they're doing sponsored posts, but they're not telling you people. Like they are in bed with the competition. They are supposed to say everything they say. They're supposed to call up regulators and all of a sudden get regulation. I saw somebody in the comment section who said, when I said, who are these people who want these regulators and all that? And somebody was like, the people are the bankers like these guys or these billionaires that are hiding out in broad daylight. But again, these are, I mean, think about this. If you're a billionaire, how much access to people and information and regulators do you have, right? You're a billionaire and you're publicly making bad comments about the competition. I can only imagine what you're doing private. Hey, what do you mean you
get them on the phone.
Yeah, you can't even talk about that. Listen, I said it yesterday, I say it again. They need to calm down when it comes to Bitcoin because it gives people heart attacks. This is a lot of information to process in a short amount of time, and that old heart cannot take it the same way.
Well,
so,
hey man, shaking them jowls while they talk. Nobody wants to hear that. In the words of Richard Pryor when he was talking to Bill Cosby, he told him not to cuss. Hey, have a Coke and shut the fuck up.
Right? Like
Oh man, get
this is
him
what I'm
out of
talking
here.
about. We just like here's how ruthless. First of all, again, these people are psychotic because they don't want poor people to be rich for whatever reason, or retail investors to make any money. But this is how crazy this is, and this is why we do these stories. They're completely unintentional, but I love how they line up. Old billionaire who's on his way out of life, and I'm not even being funny. It is what it is. The average age is the average age for males. I think he's like late 90s. Like
He's 97.
Let's say he lives another healthy 10 to 12 years. I'll give him that to 110. You kind of on the way out. Like you ain't gonna be doing backflips at 106, as far as I'm concerned. And honestly, you probably shouldn't be making no financial decisions at that age. We're going to have to Britney Spears your ass, get that to the estate. But
yeah,
regardless,
he need to get him out of here. Yeah, he need to stop using immigrant kids' blood to keep himself alive longer.
Hilarious. But look, regardless of all that, I'm building all this up to say you have these billionaires telling you to stay out this market and it will destroy everything, and all this is bad. We got Bill Maher next, who's a jackass. We already know that. But you have these people saying all these inflammatory remarks at the same time. A 27-year-old just became a billionaire from a project he started when he was 17. Let's moment of silence for that. He started a project when he was 7. I remember being in high school and had plenty of ideas of projects that I want. And sometimes I started, but people were, no, you can't do this. You're a kid, blah, 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 blah. He was like, no, we have the internet. I'm going to do this project at 17. Like that is the end of the conversation. A 17-year-old became a billionaire, people, from this. Like it ain't no more talking about nothing.
10-year career billionaire. What
and I keep telling you all,
you're going to choose a bank desk job, loan officer?
And people don't understand. I keep telling you are lucky. Like God don't make mistakes. The right people keep getting these opportunities. He know I can't be a billionaire at 27. All right, because it's going all the way up everywhere.
Oh, at 27, it would have been crazy.
Hey, I could not have been a billionaire at 27. Like with regulators acting like they acting. Hey, you be catching fades every week, bro. I'm outside the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, get a city police $1 million and tell them to give me 2 hours. I ain't got time for this.
Give me out
all
back.
Right. Comedian Bill Maher, I don't even care about his name right now. He started going after Bitcoin about the environmental stuff. Before you make all the environmental jokes, Bitcoin's like, I know they're coming. At least tell people the factual evidence of what he's saying is wrong.
All right. So if you didn't see it, comedian Bill Maher on his show, scroll down just a little bit because I want people to read the this the mention of Dogecoin still got a few cheers from the socially distanced audience. Like, first of all, your audience right now, they weak as hell. They socially don't even come out if you got to do all that. They don't even do that at restaurants. And then Bill Maher, he didn't hold back from criticizing Bitcoin and Dogecoin. The video, if we want to play it real quick, he basically started off by saying all of these companies have bought Bitcoin, but it still wasn't real, just like other cryptocurrencies, because it's like.
And finally.
And here you go. You can play it. Yeah.
A new rule: nothing with crypto in the title ever turns out good. There is a mania rising in the country these days about cryptocurrency and how the train is leaving the station, so you better get on. Tesla has jumped in with both feet, and Microsoft accepts it for software now. Etsy accepts it now, and so does PayPal and Starbucks and Whole Foods and Home Depot.
But he's smart in all.
1 in 10 Americans use their stimulus checks
he's smart in all
to
these
invest
people.
in one of thousands of cryptocurrencies in existence, Bitcoin being the most famous, but there's also Ethereum, Binance, Tether, even one called CumRocket.
So, of course, this is how he introduced crypto to the masses.
I mean, for the sake of comedy, I can see why he does it, but he obviously doesn't know what he's talking about. He has writers, he has producers, and then he comes up with his debate against it based around energy. That's the oldest debate. What is it, 2016? I mean, he literally has taken whatever his writers have said it out to the world. And if he feels that way, I feel like he got that email, just like a bunch of people on his side got that email, and all these. It's a concerted effort. It's the same article, just 5 different ways. Because I'm sure right now, if you put Bitcoin and energy crisis, it's like 8 articles that's come out in the last maybe couple months. At the same time, people, come on, little coordinated, Bill Maher.
And you said that's factually incorrect too when it comes to the energy thing.
Yeah, factually incorrect. Banks use about 20 or 30 times more energy. If we just stop using Christmas lights, that would be less energy than what Bitcoin uses.
That's so true.
And people don't understand when it talks about the use of energy. What are we using it for? If you're using energy to create the best money ever created, the hardest money, a hard money system that separates it from the state, all you've done, or what people all they got to realize is this is more important. That's it. Even if it does use a bunch of energy, this is more important than what most other people use. And of course, the numbers they exacerbate the numbers to make it seem as though it's going away. Even though 75% of Bitcoin mining is renewable energy, and it's an incentivized to find the cleanest energy possible so that you can get the best return on your mining. So it actually is the reverse of what they're saying. Again, do the opposite of the media, you'll win 90% of the time.
There he is. There it is. Make sure we smash that like and share. I'm seeing people listen. Hey, that's why we love y'all warriors. You all are pointing out the like tax doesn't get paid before we do. Pay the like tax, people. That little thumb up, click that little thumb. It costs you nothing, and YouTube will take care of the rest for us both. So please click that thumb. Appreciate the tip. Keith Drummond said that's for them Ethereum profits. There you. Thank you for pointing it out. So that's a good point. If you all notice, I don't think we ever really asked for. I think Zay joked a couple times. We don't really ask for tips. We have people make mention of it. Like, why would people tip you? I'm like, we make people money. Like, come on, stop playing with us. Like
donations, tips, donations.
Hey, I know how to make people money. Just out of Texas, I didn't got the last 2 or 3 weeks. I got a bunch of people telling me I made them some money. So stop playing out here.
Donations, tips.
Give me some of these coupon codes. No, but we appreciate them all. We don't ask. And then for those who wonder, they do go to the team. Again, we're trying to put people on the payroll. Make sure the show runs smooth, whether it's Sunday during the week. Tomorrow got an interview coming in tomorrow for you all as well. That is pending on look at the schedule. Of course, we're doing the call-ins on Friday. So we want to make sure we have a team to help support us as we do all this and continue to grow. So all those tips are appreciated as well. Okay, I am over here seeing some hilarious stuff. Lance Mitchell said Hex up 17%, Bitcoin up 2%, just saying. You did not just go there. Oh my goodness.
Number go up technology, baby.
Let's see. Blues Lover said, LOL, I watched Munger cry on air about Wall Street bets. F that guy. Weren't they all crying on air too, for real?
You got to stop
Cassie
this.
Nelson, what's going on? We say Bitcoin, say my bad.
Yeah, they were on the TV crying. You got to stop this. You got to stop these trading. They're breaking they got, remember we were smoking on Melvin Capital Pack, and they was over here crying because one VC company got knocked over, but they'll be all right.
Listen, matter of fact, I forgot to do it, but for both those dinosaurs, we're including Bill Maher and Charlie Munger. You know what we got to give them. Scary.
Give that loud roar, baby.
That's scary. All right, we about to go like 5 or 10 minutes over. I got a call too, so I need to get off today, but we got to do this real quick. Just want to point something out. Bill Maher, net worth, 64 years old, 140 million. How long has this mofo been on TV? All right, cocaine is an expensive drug. It must be, because you've been on TV for forever and you only worth 140 million. We're gonna go there, right? 140 million, 64 years old, been on TV at least 10 years. Vitalik Buterin, 17 years old to 27, 10 years, $1 billion. And to be clear about that $1 billion, people, for those who don't know, that was his main public wallet. We don't know.
We don't know how much
he has. That's his main public Ethereum wallet. You think that's his only Ethereum wallet? And he started the project? Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, this man might be worth a couple billion on the low. But definitely wanted to point that out. We're listening to people who literally are being taken over by the youngins, as they would say. Sable Thought Studio. Shout out to Sable Thought Studio. First time joining live. Love what you all do. Love the chance to interview you all for sure. Email us at our email address is in the description toward the bottom. And yeah, we'll set that up. CDine4488. Do you think crypto will replace the stock market? I think it already has. When we saw stocks and shares get fractionalized, where you could buy a piece of a share, that came from crypto.
They just copied it.
Crypto. So it already replaces. Right now, I'm all for diversification and, of course, investing in what you know. But if you are in, like, if you're investing, you're trading, you're doing it for money, for profit. Like, there's like you're investing. Sometimes I really love this project. I do want to see it succeed, but it's also like you want to make some money too. Let's not be so. And I say that because if you're still going full tilt the stock market and you're not paying no attention to crypto, that makes zero sense. Like, we had somebody on the other day talking about how 20% of the traditional market used to be crazy. Someone just said Hex put up 17% in 72 hours. Like, what are we talking about? So yeah, crypto already replaced the stock market. That's done. Just doesn't make sense. Let's see. PFC Wells said they're making those Rockefeller moves to try to undermine the new wave coming in. Let's see. Yep. All right, last but not least, Nas brags about Coinbase and crypto wealth in new track with DJ Khaled. Nas, again, probably made more money in crypto than he has his entire career. Just throwing it out there. Would you say that might be an accurate statement? I don't know how much Nas is worth.
I mean, if Elon Musk made more from his Bitcoin holdings than his entire company's life, I'm sure he made more than Nas at least from rapping. Now, I don't know if he had other investments prior to this, but I believe he made close to $500 million off of Coinbase when they went public, but I don't know if he sold, so it's not realized profits. But the song is called Sorry Not Sorry, collab between DJ Khaled, Jay-Z, James Fauntleroy, and Nas. And Nas, his verse here, winning in life, fucking coin toss. I'm coin-based, basically cryptocurrency Scarface. And a lot of people a bunch of people tagged me on Twitter. Hey, did you hear this Nas talking about crypto? And I mean, I love it. I love how he's invested in Coinbase. I love how he's basically said the word in a popular song. But of course, I mean, I think Bitcoin cryptocurrency is so popular now, him saying it just solidifies what people already know. It's real and people use it. So shout out to Nas, man. Him and Jay-Z, people arguing over who has the best verse or whatever. I'm just glad to see them come together because it used to be beef. Now they've come together and crypto's a part of it. So cool to see.
Yeah. It ain't beef when you got sun on the low. No, I'm starting. No, yeah, this shout out. I'm glad to see they get these guys partner up. Again, mainstream artists talking crypto. Nas has some restaurants out here in LA as well, or at least a restaurant. What you call it that we used to go to? That's pretty cool. The one here in New York, I can't even think of the name, but yeah, shout out to Nas. Crypto is making it into the mainstream rap, and again, 40 million. I'm pretty sure that's his biggest payday coming from crypto. So another person who's worked their whole life, 10 years in the Coinbase, boom, coming out big. So it's crazy to see that. Cassie Nelson said these cowards are pulling from the weak. I expect Bitcoin hit 300 to 400K this year. Let's see. Oh yeah. Kevin Cummings is talking about some yesterday. So yesterday we did stop the show. We did the full hour and stopped it. And they were saying you were about to drop a gem at the end and your voice just got cut off. That is true, people. I told you we're trying to professionalize this thing, make sure we're coming on and off at the right time. Let's see. Eric Brooks said Christmas lights use more electricity than Bitcoin. More importantly, Bitcoin mining enables building renewable, bigger, faster because it can absorb excess renewables during low demand. Not only that, Bitcoin Zay pointed out on the show yesterday, what is more important than the best monetary system on the planet? Like if you're going to spend energy, if you're going to use energy on anything, use it on the best monetary system on the planet. I agree with that. If we're going to be using energy, use it for something that matters. We use it for video games, TV, this, that, everything else that doesn't matter. Why not use them for that? So I'm with you for that. Let's see. Whistle Tone, what's going on? Tips so King doesn't have to do tech during the show. Win-win. Let them focus on the gems. Thank you, Whistle Tone. You get it. I'm going to repeat that comment. Tips so King doesn't have to do tech during the show. Win-win. Let them focus on the gems. When you keep seeing my screen bouncing, it's because I keep touching my laptop, people. Trying to do too much at one time and still talk crypto. You're right. That is where those tips are going to. The likes of Alec, Antonio, and Crypto Q, of course. All right. Last couple of quick comments. Jimmy O, thank you for the tip. See you guys in Miami. Great info as always. I think Bitcoin Zay will be down there.
Yep. June 4th through 5th, Bitcoin 2021. Yep.
Boom. Lance, set it up, Lance. We'll interview him. Yeah, we'll definitely. He said interview Richard Hart. Set up that interview. We will get him on here.
Love to.
Let's see. Leroy Forbes said, get on that Umar energy. There we go. Cassie said, we know the history of our Federal Reserve is not part of the government. Exactly. They're a private entity, yet they get government rights somehow. I have no clue either. And let's see. Last but not least, a couple of comments. I love this. Eric Brooks said Charlie Munger and Senator Mitch McConnell are living proof that the aliens are taking over human bodies and running the world. Are turtles, not lizards. Turtle aliens getting old and on their way out.
Oh, man. You know it.
All right. With that, that is the show for today. You got anything Bitcoin Zay?
None for me. Talk Shop Live. Go check out the show. Great show yesterday. Every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Right. And for those who do want to know the difference, Talk Shop Live is where we talk altcoins and answer some of those more in-depth questions we have. We even do some of the research and look up projects in front of you. Or if you email us before the show, we usually try to come with information for you as well. So boom, there it goes. And with the last comment of the day, Corey Tate Esquire, thank you for that comment. This is the best crypto channel in the space. Hey, I mean, we only come Monday through Friday, and then on Sunday, people, we're just trying to get crypto information. But well, whatever. Bitcoin say, take us out. What you got?
Oh yeah. Have a good Monday, baby. Meet us at Clubhouse, Black Bitcoin Billionaires. We on there.